Right, so we have the original. Here have the review of the original 1977 Star Wars film, also known as Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. So, where this takes place the rest of the movies, after Rogue One, Darth Vader and the Imperial unit, the Empire, they are looking for the plans that the rebels have stolen. The plans were given to two droids, named R2-D2 and C-3PO. On the plans, you have a recording that shows Princess Leia saying that Obi-Wan is her only hope. The plans also consist of how to destroy the Death Star. The droids get into escape pod, and they go down to Tatooine. When they land on Tatooine, they meet Luke Skywalker, who is a farmer. Luke becomes curious of these plans, and he seeks out to find Obi-Wan Kenobi. At first, he thinks that Obi-Wan Kenobi might be related to Ben Kenobi. So he seeks out on his adventure, gets attacked by the Sand people. Ben Kenobi comes to his rescue, and he asks Ben Kenobi, does he know Obi-Wan Kenobi? Ben answers that he and Obi-Wan are one and the same. So then he tells Luke about the Force, and how he fought in the Clone Wars, and who his father was. So then Luke, he sets out on a quest to go to Alderaan to find Princess Leia. Before they go to Alderaan, they go to some kind of, I think it's I forgot what it was, some type of restaurant or bar, cantina, I think that's what it was. This is where they meet Chewbacca and Han Solo. So they get aboard on the Millennium Falcon. They go to trying to find Alderaan, but it's not there, because it was destroyed by the Death Star. So they have no choice but to enter the Death Star. Han, Chewbacca, Luke, and the two droids, they go find Leia, and they rescue her, and they flee the Death Star. Obi-Wan Kenobi reunites with his old ally / now enemy Darth Vader. Vader gets the best of him. Skywalker witnesses Obi-Wan getting killed. So once Luke and Han have escaped the Death Star, they contact a rebel fleet. They go to the Death Star and they pretty much blow it up. That's pretty much the story here. Thoughts on the movie? I thought the movie was pretty good, a 10 out of 10. And, I have to respect the importance of this film, that George Lucas did. Just George Lucas directed this film. Back when this film came out, CGI was very limited. You didn't really have a whole lot of spectacle films. You might have had some westerns, some dramas, but a science fiction film at that time was kind of frowned upon, because technology was very limited. So the amount of practical effects and prosthetics that they used to make this film is quite astonishing. And if you saw this film when it came out, it's going to be an experience that you'll never forget, because this isn't like any other film that came out. You've had your Jaws, you've had your Rockies, you've had your westerns, but none of them were like Star Wars. This film launched a cultural phenomenon that's been going on for 50 years. Alright, this film took a risk. Like the story, I think that's great. The special effects, they're top notch. You couldn't even tell it was a 70s movie, except for a few things here and there. And the acting is pretty good. You've got a lot of big name actors that were in their prime in this film. You got Carrie Fisher, you got Mark Hamill, you got James Earl Jones, you got Kenny Baker, Anthony Daniels, Peter Mayhew, you got Harrison Ford, and of course you have Sir Alec Guinness. Now he was reluctant to coming onto the project. He thought it was childish fairy tale rubbish, and maybe it was. After being the director, he decided to join the film. That's what made this movie a success. So I like the original Star Wars. It's a classic. So the next film we got is Empire Strikes Back. Without this film, you wouldn't have any of the others. Do I like this film better than Phantom Menace and the others? Yes, because of the importance that this film had. I don't mind the prequel trilogy, but the original trilogy is probably my favorite of them all, because the importance that the trilogy had and the groundwork that it had laid out for other prequels and sequel films. Star Wars: New Hope, I like it. Give it a 10 out of 10, and I'll see you tomorrow.